All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is Job chapter 20. Job chapter 20 and verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And the reason why I read that scripture is because as we're getting closer and closer to prophecy, man, to the everything being fulfilled, the pride of these people, man. Like there's one particular guy that I've been hearing a lot of the ways how he's been talking, man. And this guy is proud, man. Right, to the point where he thinks that Yahweh is not even alive. Right, he thinks that he said that we can make God as angry as we want, and he can't do anything because it wouldn't even matter if he gives us a drought, because we can make and produce our own things down here on the earth, right? But yet all the things that they're trying to make have came from Yahweh's earth in the first place. Anyway, man, it's just a lot of pride from these people, man. But the thing is, for people that believe in the Lord, what we have to understand and remember is that it's gonna seem as though they're winning, right? But Yahweh's letting them get as close as he can let them go without them actually accomplishing their task, man. But it's gonna seem as though they are gonna win, right? And that's what's gonna make these people say peace and safety, man. That's what's gonna make these people say peace and safety, to where the destruction now comes upon them. This is First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and, in fact, let me go up. First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So it's going to seem on the earth, man, as though like it's going to seem as though it's so helpless that they've won. It's going to seem like that. But that's what Yahweh's plan is, for it to seem as though they're winning. So don't be surprised if it seems as though judgment's not going out, and if it seems as though the wicked are winning, because that's what it's supposed to look like, man. Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction will come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So it has to be seeming like it's going their way in order for them to say peace and safety, so that the scriptures can be fulfilled, man. Right? But all of these things that they're doing are being done deliberately, so that their hurtful works can be fulfilled. All right? This is 2 chapter 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So it has to get to where it seems as though they're going to win, man. And there's a lot of things that the way that these people talk, that it gets you angry, man, and it makes you hype and that. But it has to get to where it seems as though they're winning, man. This is prophecy, man. This is prophecy coming to pass. But ultimately, let's go to a scripture to make us have a bit of happiness, man. That what we're going to see, these people are going to be talking like, man, right? Because part of their plan is the same destruction that's part of the Lord's plan, right? But they're thinking that they was going to be able to rebuild the world after this stuff goes down. But really, when the destruction comes, the ultimate destruction is when Yahawashi is going to show himself to the world, man. This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 12. And I beheld, and I beheld, and when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as cloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And that's talking about nuclear missiles, man. That's talking about the nukes that are going to be hitting the earth. Verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So that's talking about, like, if you picture If you just search on the internet a mushroom cloud explosion, right, that you'll see that after it explodes out, that it looks as though that it's like made of straw, man. There's like a thin barrier that you'll see above the mushroom cloud explosion, man. You'll see if you look it up. You'll see that it looks like the air is being absorbed together, and then everything's being shut out, man, rolled up like a scroll, you know. And verse 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So things are gonna be getting shaken up, man. It's gonna be getting tragic down here, man. Verse 15, and the kings of the earth and the great men, so all the rulers and the leaders, right? All the people that are celebrities, all these people that are proud in the world, all the people that think that they're rich, right? And the rich men and the chief captains, all the military men, all the mighty men, right? And the mighty men and every bondman and every free man and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Now, really, the only people that are going to have the true ability to hide themselves in the dens and in the rocks and the mountains are those people with underground bunkers, man. Everybody else is going to be getting destroyed from that stuff, man. Apart from the elected nation of Israel, of course, because they're going to be getting beamed up at that time, man. And that's why these people are going to be saying the things that they're going to say now that you're going to read about. And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, because they're gonna see Yahawashi in that time, and because this destruction is gonna be what's gonna cause for Yahawashi to show himself to the earth, right? Matthew the 24th chapter, 29th verse to like the 30th verse is a proof on that. Second as the 13th chapter is another proof on that, man. Which people can read them, man. But I'm just trying to keep this lesson short, man, and say the point that it's gonna seem as though these people are winning, man. But this is part of Yahweh's plan, because he has to make them go so far so that he can really bring them down, man. Yahweh's made his own enemy. And we also can't forget that these people are the vessels of wrath to destruction, man. Yahweh's made them to think that he's not alive. Yahweh's made him to think that he's done away with. Yahweh's made him to think proudly and think, oh, that he don't know what he's doing, that he's made it seem like that, man. So that he can further just really cast these fools down, man. So he can really cast these idiots down. Let me, where's the scripture I'm looking for, man? Where's the scripture I'm looking for? Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily. Let me see if I can find that. Because that's the reason why these people are proud. Because if Yahweh just judged them initially, they wouldn't be proud, but he's letting them build up the pride so he can do a great destruction one time, so that people will never want to get proud again. And after he does that, he's going to change the Israelites to such a state that these Edomites could never even think of in their mind with all the stupid technology that they have. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 1,000 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Lord, that fear God, which fear before him. So it's going to be all right with us, man. But for these people, they ain't going to be able to make everlasting life, man. They ain't going to be able to make an everlasting life for themselves. The only way that you can get everlasting life is through living righteous, man. Yahweh has made it be only one way that a man can receive everlasting life. And that's through him. Through being an Israelite, for starters, right? And through being under the new covenant, which comes through believing in his son Yahawashi. And I'm going to end the lesson there. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.